a new viral video was just released showing the police in Maryland tasing a 17-year-old. That's right. This young man was smoking a vape pen, and the police went up upon him and they wanted him to stop. And so when he didn't do that, he got tased. So we're going to take a look at this story. This is interesting. This video actually went viral. It's got 3 million views. A lot of people are up in arms about this, but if you watch very slowly, you're going to see the exact moment that prompted the officers to fire that taser at him. So we're going to go through this. Let's lay down a little bit of foundation here. First and foremost, we're going to get some backstory from the New York Post. The viral video, it shows the cops tase him for vaping on the boardwalk out in Maryland. So his hands are up, as we're going to see, mostly. Okay, watch this language. Shocking video show the moment that the cops tase a teenager with his hands up. Mostly up. Watch. Now, a now viral video clip, 3 million views. He was in Ocean City on June 6th. Without moving away, he appears to unhook a strap to his backpack, which witnesses say was an order from the officers. Then clutch his stomach and fall after going stiff from being zapped with a taser. So you see this conversation here, right? You're going to see this guy slowly drop his hand back. Taser goes off right then and there. So if the allegation is that his hands were up and they shot him when his hands were up, that's not accurate, right? He actually does drop his hand down. Now, if the police at the same time are barking orders at him, we've seen this many times before. We saw this in a case here in Arizona. The officer was Brailsford and was ordering this guy to stand up, sit down, cross your legs, get on your knees, crawl towards us, don't crawl towards us, lay flat on the ground, all these different instructions. And then when the guy here in Arizona actually reached his hand back, the officer shot and killed him. That didn't happen here. Okay, this guy, you know, they may have been barking orders at him. We're going to watch the video. You're going to see there's a lot of action there, but let's frame this out a little bit more. So, stop. He was standing there. An upset woman screams. "What is wrong with you?" Another man asks. "Y'all did that for no reason," a woman tells the officer. He was literally standing there. Okay, we are aware of the social media videos. The town said the use of force from these arrests will go through a multi-level examination. However, the statement stressed our officers are permitted to use force per their training to overcome exhibited resistance. So let's see what this looks like. Saturday's incident, Brian Everett Anderson, so he's actually 19, was charged with disorderly conduct. Second-degree assault, failure to provide proof of identity. Don't you love that? Let's see what this second-degree assault looks like. Then we have Kamir Anthony Day, 19, arrested for allegedly yelling profanities, also charged with disorderly conduct. You see these charges? I just got done talking about disorderly conduct. They charge it for everything. Obstructing and hindering, failing to obey a reasonable order, resisting an arrest, and second-degree assault. We have also Jatik Joseph John Lewis, 18, same stuff, pushing a public safety aid, yelling profanities while trying to pick up a police bicycle and hit an aid. He was charged also with disorderly conduct and some other things. Let's see. Dwayne was busted for becoming disorderly when he was told to move from standing on private property. Warren was charged with trespassing. They were seen in the Maryland District Court, released on their own personal recognizance. So let's see what's going on here. This is the incident. Okay, so his hands are up. He's sort of surrounded by several different officers. Police in Ocean City, Maryland, tasered a 17-year-old. Apparently he's 19, so we'll make a note of that. After they accused him of vaping. Now, as we play this video, watch this hand over here. Okay, so he drops this hand down here, and that's exactly when he gets tased.
Chill. Stop. Get out. What's wrong with you? Back up!
It happened last year too.
Back up!
All right, let's watch that one more time before we let it play through again. So see if you can hear anything. The audio is pretty loud. Let's see if we can hear them shout an order.
Chill. Stop. Get out. What's wrong with you? Back up!
It happened last year too.
Back up! Y'all did that for a vape, bro.
Y'all did that for no reason.
For a vape.
Call your mom.
That is the weirdest thing I've ever seen, bro. What the fuck? For no reason. Bro, put him in handcuffs for a vape.
He was literally standing there. He wasn't arresting or he wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
He was.
All right, so this is apparently another angle. But that doesn't look like the same. Yeah, it does. Okay. All right. So, yeah, as you can see, it is not a good situation. Now, it's hard to tell whether the cops said anything about take the backpack off or anything like that. It's hard to sort of process this when you're somebody who's sort of being surrounded by 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 officers and they're all barking orders at you. Maybe he did hear somebody say take your backpack off, so he was going to take it off, and they shot it, tased him anyways. Candidly, that guy is fortunate he's not dead. It's not a good situation. So we're going to see what law enforcement says, and they're going to continue to do their investigation. So next up, we've got another situation out of Savannah, Georgia. So this gentleman here, his name is William Zachary Harvey. He's a man who died in police custody. He's a son, uncle, and caregiver. So to Charlie Francis, he was a brother. He was added more. He was an uncle. And he was found hanging in a Savannah Police Department interrogation room on April 2nd after being brought in for questioning for aggravated assault. Right, this guy right here. So he died by suicide through a hanging, and 5 Georgia officers were fired as a result. Wonder what happened there. Let's take a look. 1 is on probation while 5 other were fired, said the attorneys of the man who died. Savannah Police Department, they fired these officers. We got Corporal Silver Leuschner. We got Sergeant Michael Kerr. They were both immediately terminated after the initial investigation. Matthew White was suspended, but 3 other officers, we got Sergeant Christopher Hewett, Corporal Erica Tremblay, and Officer David Curtis, they were terminated after sharing a meme of the hanging death in a group chat. Not good. So I don't know what that means, right? Obviously, I didn't go try to find this meme or anything like that to post here, but it sounds like maybe somebody took a picture of him and then they shared it in a group chat. Obviously, that's not appropriate, especially for law enforcement. I understand gallows humor. Okay, I get that, but not in this context. Totally inappropriate. A man died in their custody, probably due to their negligence to some degree, and it's not appropriate to be joking about it. So another officer was placed on probation. According to police department release, Harvey was taken to police headquarters for questioning in connection to the assault. He was in an interview room alone when he was found hanged. Okay. Now, they're supposed to check you for that type of stuff to make sure that doesn't happen. But what did officers say? That they found him suffering from, quote, injuries sustained by an object in his possession. Wonder what that could have been, right? Could have been a belt, could have been a shoelace, could have been a number of things. The police department's release read, police attempted life-saving measures, but they were unsuccessful. He died in police custody on April 2nd. Attorney Mel Davis, who is representing the family, said the assault may have occurred at a gas station, but no other details are known. The news conference came that they were fired when city officials came out and discussed that city council didn't have any input on the termination, but the investigation is what prompted it. So I promised the family that there would be an investigation, says Van Johnson. Attorneys Francis echoed those sentiments. He said, today's a tough day. It's a tough day for the city of Savannah, for those who look up to the Savannah police. Tough day for the Harvey family. They're going to be considering a civil case. As far as the city knows, the case has not been turned over to the county district attorney's office yet. So they're going to be discussing whether to charge them criminally or not. Harvey's family begs for answers. They say it's just hard finding out what happened and how it happened. We've got so many questions. We've got some answers. We just want to know the truth. So here's the family here. And, they're just trying to get some answers. So we've got a little bit of activity there. Let's see what the questions look like. We've got I'm Not Gas says the police might have been a little bit jumpy, but Ocean City has cause for them to be jumpy. Shootings every weekend on the boardwalk. Oh, really? Yeah. Yeah, that's not good. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I guess that sort of confirms my original thought that guy's lucky they didn't shoot him. Gosh, it's not good. We've got last question here on this segment before we move on. We've got Furby Slayer says, they said get down from what I hear, but notice the portly cop has a big grin on his face, vaping. That's all we need, more useless laws. Yeah, I mean, probably, one of the most offensive things that you could fathom these days is vaping on a boardwalk in the open air. Nobody around. Takes 6 cops to come out there and make an arrest for that. Don't you love justice in America? All right. So once again, go check out my Gumroad. Please, if you could, I would love a review. If you enjoyed the law enforcement interaction training, would love a review down there or a follow. And of course, do not forget to check out our law firm, the R&R Law Group. All of the information is down in the description below.